something is
black
killing me
men
back.
without a black father, without a father. How is that for you being a woman of color? How do you deal with oppression? Or have you dealt with that?
When I first moved to, out of state, out of New York, I had ran a business in New York successfully.
Had nothing to do with being oppressed. Do you hear the question? So she's not even a great interviewee. Like, you are avoiding every fucking question, or you evaded like for a reason. He asked you about children growing up without fathers. Have you ever felt oppressed? She went into straight bragging mode per usual. Now listen to this, because you know what? She couldn't be seen feeling oppressed. How the fuck you know what oppression feels like? But listen to how she feels oppressed.
In my own name without a problem for a long time. But when I moved here, I realized that I had to play a different game.
Here in Eastern PA, correct?
Yes,
okay.
I had to name my company after, I gave it a German name, so that when people saw the logo or saw the business, they didn't feel it was owned by a black woman. And I had pretended.
Gave it a fraudulent name.
Is that oppression, though? Is that oppression? Is that a way? No, I mean, for real. Like, okay, I'm looking at it totally different the way you looking at it, Jermaine. I had to name my business something that a lot of people who can't get ahead, who can't have nothing, you are able to get a fucking business, but you chose the name of a fucking German name because you felt like you were black and you wouldn't get business. No. She's exactly. Come on.
To be a worker for long, and they didn't know I was the owner. And I did that for a very long time. And I just don't feel that people should have to do that. I feel that we should be able to be ourselves, and people respect me for who I am as a businesswoman and not look at me as a black woman, because I don't run a black business. I run a business. And sometimes with people, they tend to see.
That comment was dumb as fuck. That I'm a black business owner, right?
So you're ashamed of being a black woman?
Right.
That's what that sounds like.
You had to name your black business. You are a black-owned business. But I feel like being a black-owned business, I should lie so I can get people to like me better, because my name is a German name. Now listen to what type of business. This bitch right here is a walking fucking lie. If I have ever seen manipulation and fucking lying and strategic, this bitch wasn't even able to be interviewed and be honest even on a fucking interview about being oppressed. How the fuck does owning a business make you oppressed, bitch? You own a business. Not only do you own it, you had to name it a white business. So how do you feel like that was a choice? If you ran a black business successfully in New York City, why the fuck couldn't you go to a small no, come on now, y'all. I mean, like, intellectually, this bitch cannot fuck with me. It's just like, bitch, like, are you serious?
Because Sylvia's has been successful for many, many years right in Harlem.
Thank you. But you went to a small town. I'm in a small town. I'm in a town they call Clanchester. That has never stopped me from being a black woman. Now, I got a problem with you naming your business J Hoves and thinking that you gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, come on now, you gotta name it a business name. Girl, your name sound white, so why you couldn't do Tammy Lynette's cleaning company? Tammy's clean, like, yo, you's an idiot. But let's go.
Your name and automatically feel that that's a reason to discriminate against you. And most times with my name is Tammy Lynette. Nobody knows if I'm black or white based on paper or applications or anything. And then when I walk in, everybody has the gas face. They're like, we're waiting for Tammy. No, I am Tammy. I just feel that we should be able to be treated fairly and equally. That's
let's back up. What kind of business is this?
I had a commercial cleaning franchise for years and ran successfully with another.
I ran a successful. Wait. Wait, check the fucking arm movement.
I am Tammy. I just feel that we should be able to be treated fairly and equally. That's
let's back up. What kind of business is this?
I had a commercial cleaning franchise for years. And
a commercial what she said? A commercial cleaning
franchise.
franchise. Franchise meaning, okay, listen, I have a company here in New York. I have a company here in Colorado. I have a company there in Chicago. That is a fucking franchise. That means that there were several people who invested in your fucking franchise, your commercial cleaning company, and that is what the fuck, like, am I an idiot? So listen to what she says after this. This is gonna fuck.
Wait. Before you do that, babe, can you please explain what commercial means again?
Okay, commercial means like a franchise.
Can you
Uh-huh.
hear him? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Like, okay, commercial means like a franchise. Like McDonald's is a franchise.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Wendy's is a franchise. KFC is a franchise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A commercial means that it's you can go to this place in another state. You have a small business.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She had a small business. That's what he said. A small business.
But I'm not trying to take nothing away from her because if she did, kudos to her.
Well, it failed. It's okay, babe.
But use the right terminology.
Now that's what you call a failure.
Okay.
That she can't add to her resume, can she?
You can add it, but then you got when you go, you can add it, but then you got to put when business not when it went out of business.
When it went out of business, that means that it
So now
never
we're
came back.
working on business number 2 because she ran, meaning past tense. She ran a very successful business in New York City. And then when she moved to motherfucking Eastern PA, she had to play a different game, which she no longer owns a commercial franchise. How the fuck you own a commercial? I ain't never seen a commercial. I never seen, what the fuck? I never seen,
I'm going back on mute.
what the fuck is that? But wait, what kills me is, okay, she had the name of the German name, right? Remember, she said in the beginning, ownership meaning, okay, she meaning alone, sole proprietor. She was the business owner, LLC, right? She had to name it a German name, right? Now listen.
Ran successfully with another business partner, and it just was that's a reason to discriminate against you. And most times with my name is Tammy Lynette. Nobody knows if I'm black or white based on paper or applications or anything. And then when I walk in, everybody has the gas face. They're like, we're waiting for Tammy. No, I am Tammy. I just feel that we should be able to be treated fairly and equally. That's
well, let's
my
back
whole
up.
thing.
What kind of business is this?
I had a commercial cleaning franchise for years.
I had. So this means the second business that failed. But let's go.
Ran successfully with another business partner, and it just was. Once I took the black face off of it.
Let's find out who that business partner was and see how successful it
No,
was.
you're missing it. She just lied. She's lying. Listen, she
Again?
just lied. No, Jermaine, wait, listen. Don't unmute until after this. Not until after we get past. Wait, hold on.
Be treated fairly and equally.
Well, let's back up. What kind of business is this?
I had a commercial cleaning franchise for years, and ran successfully with another business partner, and it just was. Once I took the black face off of it, everything went boom and everything went successful, and I just felt that is not what I should have to do. I shouldn't have to name my business
Deutsch. She's gonna.
Did she just wait? Hold on, before you say what you're gonna say. Did she say once I took the black face off of it?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
Miss Proud Black Woman. So who's the fucking colorist? So you had to pretend to be a white woman once to believe that you could ever be successful. That's like slapping every black educated woman, myself, and every other fucking woman that has opened up a small black business and was a proud black owner of a successful business.
And rewind.
Okay.
Mommy, hold on.
Yeah.
Catch this.
What?
In the beginning of the interview, he asked her about a specific, like scandal. Could you please replay it from the very beginning when he asked about the video that went viral?
We talk about the very what's her name? The white woman, the white man who went to a woman. What's the name? Jenna.
Bruce Jenner.
We're gonna get that video in a minute. We're gonna get that video.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say the fraud started there because even there, she told people that she was a transgender woman. That's the reason why he didn't interview her right
That's why he doing the interview now with her.
now.
Okay.
Exactly.
She lied and said that she was a transgendered woman and then put some type of bullshit behind it as the reason why she did it. So she did it fraud. That's why nobody really fucks with her in the community. No way. But let's even get into, I don't want to lose focus on this fucking lie. The lie was, and I want y'all to see what, okay, the moment that I took the black face off of it, my business went booming. So where's the fucking business at? It's a franchise. So where the fuck is the business at? She said I ran. Now, what the fuck happened to it? This was 8 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, please run hearts in the comments because they are reporting our pages. As we are speaking, Teresa's brothel has been banned from commenting right now. So please run hearts in the comments. If you are watching and paying attention, this is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you so much.
All right. So this is my content, Bigo. This is my content. Can we get gifted, please? I'm just telling you what a liar looks like. I mean, this is what a bona fide liar looks like. And you can't tell me, like, when people, when you go throwing out names and she's going to mention the name Deutsch, because we're going to look that up. Or we have looked it up, like Deutsch, whatever. Like, you're going to tell me that you were the owner of a franchise chain. That is what franchise mean. Commercial meaning, you owned a commercial building, or, you know what I'm saying, where you did commercial. I don't know what the fuck commercial, because commercial property is a big building. That's a commercial property where you rent a big, where you're renting it out to provide a service. Like, I owned a commercial property. I rented a commercial property. Okay. I did not own one. Okay. But I ran my business, my black owned business, out of a commercial property. So what I'm going to say to you is, ma'am, Deutsch.
I should be able to have, if I want to name it soul cornbread and
hold on.
thing. And then when I walk in, everybody has the gas face. They're like, we're waiting for Tammy. No, I am Tammy. I just feel that we should be able to be treated fairly and equally. That's
let's
my
back
whole
up.
thing.
What kind of business is this?
I had a commercial cleaning franchise for years.
I had.
And ran successfully with another business partner. And it just was. Once I took the black face off of it, everything went boom and everything went successful.
So how the fuck was you oppressed, bitch? How was you oppressed? He asked you, how did you feel oppressed, and give us a reason as to why. You told us everything that you did, you took your black face off, you became a white woman like you say I am. I told you there was a white woman bursting out, couldn't wait to get the fuck out. All this bullshit, right? You are a liar, but let's go. Now watch what she say after this.
And I just felt that is not what I should have to do. I shouldn't have to name my business Deutsch Cleaning. I should be able to have, if I want to name it soul cornbread and collard greens, that's what I should be able to name it. And people should respect it as a business. But too many times, people are so comfortable with being mistreated or marginalized that they don't even realize that it's happening.
What made you, how did you realize that it was an issue at first? Because to me, a person has to go through an experience or...
I learned that from my dad.
Okay.
I watched my...
Now, same question. He had to reiterate the answer, you idiot. You so smart till you dumb. So what did it do to you? Like, I get that, but what did it do for you? You know what I'm saying? She's still not answering the question, but let's go. All right, let's go. So now look, right? She said she learned oppression through her dad. Now listen.
Dad run a business and never tell people he was the boss. And he didn't tell people he was the boss for a reason. He said as long as...
Wait a minute. Hold on.
The lie. Wait a minute. You know that was the lie.
Hold on.
All right, you caught it.
Hold on.
All right. You caught it first. Go ahead.
Hold on.
You caught it first. God damn it.
Now, was your daddy a pastor
Or business owner?
or a business owner?
Well, some people say they could be both.
No, hell no. Was your daddy a pastor or a business owner?
This is her complexion. How the fuck she ends up like a light-skinned woman on this app is beyond me.
Wait a minute. Ooh. So are you a PK, or does your daddy like own like Zest, the soap company or something? Did he own franchises too?
Yeah, well, let's hear the lie. Let's hear
All
the
right, and so it begins.
He would be okay. And I watched him do that, and I used to get mad at him. And then when I started running my own business and I
about
looked
to
at how
cry.
it was going,
She about to cry.
I just reverted back to what I saw him do. And I realized that what he did was a formula that worked.
So did you ever come out and say, like, this is my business? Did it ever come to a point where you...
Oh, no, I didn't compromise the coin book.
Okay.
I didn't compromise the coin. But what I am doing is trying to get people to understand that when you see something wrong, say something. Too many times people are so comfortable where everybody wants to be political.
Now, this whole interview is contradicting. I changed the face of my company. I named it a German name, right? I ran it. It's past tense. The business is successful. I no longer run it. I learned oppression through my father, which you also said ran a business, and he changes. She never answered the question because the bitch didn't know how to answer it.
But that's not the icing on the cake. What is the year of this video?
She didn't know how to answer it.
What is the year of this video?
What's the name of this video?
No, what is the year?
8 years ago. I don't know what year this is. Wait, let me see.
Well, it couldn't possibly be from 8 years ago when she said that she's been a comedian for how many years? I'm just saying. I'm shut up. I'm mute.
This was 2015. This bitch is a liar. If I ever seen one, like, yo, she is a liar. Like, when I tell y'all that she on her,
I just want to know, like,
fuck up.
if you, how can you possibly express or have an experience with oppression when you're sitting here saying that your dad had a business and not only did he have a business, but he was successful? So where were you oppressed at? Like, did you live? I mean, if he had this money, the word success is hitting me. If he was successful, then you did not live in an oppressed environment. What is she saying? Like, what the fuck is she doing?
She's lying. She thinks
Right, but does she realize how openly
she's
she's
not
doing it?
thinking. Like, she was just making up shit as she go, and she still don't know the definition of being oppressed. Oh.
I mean, she does not sound in any way like a person that was in a collective poverty situation. Like, what the fuck?
No, what it is this. See, when you're really in the entertainment business, you do what they call a media training class,
Right.
to
Mm-hmm.
where they teach you how to properly answer questions
Yeah.
that you
Mm-hmm.
know may be contradicting to what you're putting out there.
Right.
But never been in the industry, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna shut up.
And it wasn't like a question, like if you, and oftentimes when you get into questions that you really don't know, either you crack a joke or you return a question, or you say, are you asking me, or are you, something else? Like, that's how I would do it, before I go and make myself look like a habitual liar,
But
or
And
she's pushing
and
her. She's
his
pushing black women back, though, right in our faces.
right
She's
now.
and
saying,
the
"I
other
took the black name off."
You would say,
Yeah, and like Mabley and like Aunt Jemima and like those are
oppressed.
commercial brands. But my babe just made something that a point too. Can you say that again, please?
Okay. See, I have a degree in psychology. And one thing we're taught when you go to school for psychology is you learn how to word certain questions to get the same
In
answer.
public, and when
Wait,
they
I'm sorry.
die,
Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry. My finger.
So I have a degree in psychology. So one thing that we were taught in when I was in school was how to word certain questions to get the same answer repeatedly. So that's how you know someone is lying when they change their answer. You're asking the same question, you're just rewording it differently. It happens, but you do it 3 or 4 times when you're psychoanalyzing somebody.
But if they answer it the same way, what does it mean?
It means they're telling the truth. If they alter that answer in any way, they're lying.
This answer has been altered how many times?
At least 4 times, 3, 4 times.
Okay. Let Big Pressure talk. Sorry, going on mute.
Oh my God. I My whole thing is he's asking you questions about being a black woman and being a black woman and running a business. But you sat there and you stated that you used a German name. So how can you run a successful black business if you're using a German name?
And how could you feel oppression when they don't even know you're fucking black?
Right. And you're bragging about it. And you're saying they don't know if I'm white or black. So if you're stating they don't know if you're white or black, why would you use a German name? You couldn't come up with a proper, like, if it's a cleaning business, how ghetto can you get with a fucking cleaning name?
Right.
She did at one point in time tell me that she used to date a German man.
You didn't have to name it. Why you had to name it douche anything, bitch? It's suds and muds. You know what I'm saying?
It's not like she had a It's not like she had a canine which flyer when he was in that motherfucking hoodie looking like a goddamn thug. You got a cleaning business. You couldn't come up with a proper name for a cleaning business?
Right.
I could have did it like this.
I ain't
Tacky
your mama.
Tammy. She should have just named it Tacky Tammy.
Or I
Like,
ain't
I
your
know some,
mama. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't your mama cleaning services. You know what I'm saying?
or
Or
Tammy's cleaning. Oh, they don't know if you white or black. You got a white.
you got a white name.
It's a universal name. Yeah, you saying they don't know if you white or black? You could have named them motherfucking Tammy's cleaning, but you named it a German fucking.
And
Like, bitch, shut up. Let me get down.
she's a colorist. And let me tell you something, right? So I did not name my name Shaniqua's, hair salon or lash, you get your tack lash or what. No, I did not. My first business was the most ghettoest name. It was called Ladies Lashes and Beyonds. That was the most ghettoest, but that was my first business. But it didn't stop my coin either. I had women that was white, black, Asian, African, Haitian, all types of fucking women booking me because they was booking me in an era. In 2015, I was already a successful business person where black was definitely the way to go. So when the fuck did you run your business? In 1960 what? In 1950 what? In 1940 what? In 19 what? 1978, even the 80s, there were black businesses. The 90s, it was black businesses. What the fuck are you talking about? But I'm going to tell you this, right? Because we rewound it too far, right? I want to get back into this. So not only she lied, she never answered the question about being, somebody being oppressed with being without fathers, being in the home. She never answered that. She never answered how she felt like she was being oppressed. So he asked it again. And because he's trying to get her to say, like, listen, of course, he's going to get the views. He going to get monetized. So if she sit up there and get caught as a fucking liar, then that's her fucking business. But I am a listener and I listen to what people do not say. That is what my job consists. I listen. Okay, not only do I listen, I comprehend very well. You cannot tell me that that you're raining and it's pissing. You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to question it. I'm going to dissect everything you're saying because she wasn't oppressed by nothing. This woman, even if she was oppressed, she hates being, she hates poverty. She hates being poor. You could tell by the way she acts on this app. You know what I'm saying? Like as if that's a fucking disease or it's unbeknownst to her, but yet she speaks on it so well. So she knows so much about food stamps, welfare, being in dirty houses. She knows so much about it. So I know that she's not, she hasn't never not been exposed to poverty, but cause she knows it better than I have. And I used to be in poverty. Okay. She knows it better than I do, but I'm going to tell you this, right? What is crazy is that when he asked her the question, she immediately went to, I owned, I ran. Everything was past fucking tense because if anything was now, people were able to look up, which was stupid because if anybody who really wanted to investigate her or this video somehow fell in the right person's hands and she did this as a stunt, a publicity stunt or whatever. And the only way that she got mentioned was in the small gay room, community. Cause this only got 1.5 thousand views. So she didn't get views that much on this motherfucker because Tammy Peay,
But
who?
remember what it was off of. her faking that she was the only reason why they noticed her was because she faked and said she was a transgender woman.
Right. And I can pull up this man's videos and see that he has 562K people that follows him on his platform. And I'm sure that a video has gotten more than 1.5 views. He thought that he was going to get some footage, or he was going to bring her out, and that was not so. But let's go. Now listen to this. Listen to this bitch lie. I'm not going to stop it. Because you know what? Because look how dark her skin is compared to what it is now.
Yes. Yeah, I have like when I say friends, I have friends that have supported me through this whole thing, and some of the girls.
I know girls have gone through that too, constantly having to shed.
For years, and I watched them go from young boys into jobs and fly stealth, and no one knows until it comes out, and then they come and.
Wrong one. I'm sorry, y'all. Wrong one.
People misgender them in public, and when they die, no one gives them respect of calling them Caitlyn. Not in one day.
Where the fuck was it? Oh, here it goes.
So today, I'm honored to be sitting here with... Okay, so you said people that are oppressed.
Yes.
When you say people that are oppressed, which people do you feel are the most oppressed?
That's thrift store.
In your eyes?
This is thrift store.
I don't believe he asked me that. I think it's obvious that it's people of color. Mm-hmm. It's people of color. It's anybody who is being mistreated, anybody who is denied fair and equal treatment, anybody who is denied housing, anybody who is denied medical, anybody who is denied a job, anybody who is denied anything that people just take for granted in their day-to-day life.
So first thing first, let's just go right into it. People of color, obviously you're a woman, obviously you're of color. How is that for you? Because those are more things. Usually people say, black men have things against them, but black women to me have way more, because a lot of these black women are raising black men without a black father, without a father. How is that for you, being a woman of color? How do you deal with oppression, or have you dealt with that?
When I first moved to out of state, out of New York, I had ran a business in New York successfully in my own name without a problem for a long time. But when I moved here, I realized that I had to play a different game.
Here in Eastern PA, correct?
Yes,
okay.
I had to name my company after, I gave it a German name, so that when people saw the logo or...
Can you repeat the question?
...and feel it was owned by a black woman. And I had...
Can you repeat?
You're of color. How is that for you? Because those are more things. Usually people say, black men have things against them, but black women to me have way more, because a lot of these black women are raising black men without a black father, without a father. How is that for you, being a woman of color? How do you deal with oppression, or have you dealt with that?
When I first moved to out of state, out of New York, I had ran a business in New York successfully in my own name.
What the fuck that had to do? See, that's what I'm saying. Big Pressure. He never asked her about her fucking business, idiot. He never asked her about her job. He never asked her about her fucking kids. He didn't ask her about that nappy-headed fucking wig she got on, that heavy fucking synthetic plastic fucking mop that she got on her fucking head. She didn't ask about them
with no part.
With no part. He ain't asked about that fucking lower to the fucking ground fucking cleavage fucking small ass dress she got on. And why the fuck would you come to a fucking so-called comedian? That ain't no way you dress. That's some old hood mama shit. I would never. This right here, you got your arms and your fucking breast showing. Like, that's a big fucking no-no. Use a big walking contradiction. So you got a big ass afro, big shiny fucking lips, a big African American nose, and your ass pretending to be a fucking white woman? No, it does not go with the question are you fucking kidding me? No, unmute her. We're going to rewind this question.
Raising black men without a black father.
I want to hear this answer.
How is that for you, being a woman of color? How do you do?
Hold on. No. I want...
people of color. It's people of color.
Hold on. She brought the people of color business up in here. All right? Nobody brought this fucking, this. Listen to the whole goddamn thing. Let's rewind this shit back. Because first of all, she led this motherfucking interview. And then after she goes to lead the interview, and he goes in and jumps in and says, she goes in and then she starts, this is a reversal. That is the technique that you use when you're being interviewed. Okay? You take over the motherfucking, you gear it to where you want them to go, right? So now the motherfucker goes there. He like, okay, now we gonna get in good because she gonna answer these questions good. But up, down, straight, and side, I want you to sit here and listen to this bullshit.
You would think that she would know that, seeing how she said that she interviews people all the time.
Oh, she's a fucking liar. None of these motherfuckers really know how to motherfuck. Girl. All over the fucking place. I say nothing. I just sit up here and watch these motherfuckers.
So today, I'm honored to be sitting here with Tammy Peay, correct?
Yes, that's Tammy Peay.
For those, let me give a little background, my background first.
He's fixing the lighting.
Introduced to her a few weeks ago on Facebook. She put up a video. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was real. Most of all, authentic. And then the other day, with the Caitlyn Jenner phenomenon, you put a video up, which we'll go into later. The video to me was real, it was deep, and it was not politically correct, which a lot of people I think would do in a situation as big as that is, for a lot of people that relate with that and identify with that. So first,
look at Donna Summers.
Who is Tammy Peay? Let the people know who you are. This is kitchen talk with you, so.
Okay. Welcome to my kitchen in the crack house. Tammy Peay. I'm a mother first. I'm a caretaker. I'm a comedian. I'm a businesswoman. I do some acting. I even sang karaoke once or twice. But my biggest thing is speaking the truth and saying what I feel from my heart and standing up for people who I feel are oppressed or people are not standing up for them.
Okay, so you said people that are oppressed.
See how she let...
When you say people that are oppressed...
Do you see how I knew exactly what this was? That's how she led. Now, who moved the damn clock? No, you don't tell me what to do, and don't kick this person even. Don't tell me to move. I'm going to stick it all up in your eyeball, too. Stick it all up in your eyeball. Now, listen, right? Now, she fucking led this motherfucking conversation. He didn't ask her about oppression. This bitch, what is oppression to you? Now, I want your smart ass up and don't mute this motherfucker.
Which people do you feel are the most oppressed in your eyes?
I don't believe he asked me that. I think it's obvious that it's people of color.
That bitch looks stupid because she didn't know the fucking definition of what oppressed was. All right? That's why the bitch, I can't believe you asked me that. What the fuck? You just said it. I feel like fighting for people that are oppressed. So what the fuck do you mean? I can't believe you asked me that. But keep going. But that was her.
Hey, wait.
Oh, lying bitch. Like, I done interviewed enough. So I know the bullshit.
Here's the thing. In all honesty, the person that's interviewing her wouldn't have never given her the interview had it not been her sucking out of Miss Kelly's ass, who's another transgender woman. See, this is Kelly's close friend. See, I'm from the ballroom scene in real life. So the guy that's doing the interview, he's Kelly's friend. That's the only reason why he interviewed this bitch. It wasn't really off of what she said. Because what she said was just her sounding like an angry black bitch. I'm sorry. I put that out there.
All right.
People of color is anybody who is being mistreated, anybody who is denied fair and equal treatment, anybody who is denied housing, anybody who is denied medical, anybody who is denied a job, anybody who's denied anything that people just take for granted in their day-to-day life.
Idiot.
So first thing first, let's just go right into it. People of color, obviously you're a woman, obviously you're of color.
Second question.
How is that for you? Because those are more things. Usually people say, black men have things against them, but black women to me have way more because a lot of these black women are raising black men without a black father, without a father. How is that for you being a woman of color? How do you deal with oppression? Or have you dealt with that?
When I first moved to out of state, out of New York, I had ran a business in New York successfully in my own name without a problem for a long time. But when I moved here, I realized that I had to play a different game.
Here in Eastern PA, correct?
Yes,
okay.
I had to name my company after I gave it a German name, so that when people saw the logo or saw the business, they didn't feel it was owned by a black woman. And I had pretended to be a worker for long, and they didn't know I was the owner. And I did that for a very long time, and I just don't feel that people should have to do that. I feel that we should be able to be.
Now, bitch, he asked you, how did you feel oppressed? In which way, you idiot, have you ever felt like you was oppressed? Well, I ran a successful business in New York City, and it did very well under my name. But when I came to Eastern PA, I had to act like I was a white woman. I worked, and they didn't even know I was. So you never felt oppressed. So you can't tell me I named it a white name, but I felt oppressed. I ran it under a white name. No one knew I was the owner. Okay, how the fuck living in 2015 did you feel like you were oppressed? And this is the answer.
Ourselves, and people respect me for who I am as a businesswoman and not look at me as a black woman, because I don't run a black business, I run a business. And sometimes with people, they tend to see your name and automatically feel that that's a reason to discriminate against you. And most times with my name is Tammy Peay. Nobody knows if I'm black or white based on paper.
Let me tell you where she get the significant idea. There was this woman who did a poem written about being having their name, like their name being Taquisha or whatever. So you didn't feel oppressed about your name either, because your name is universal. Your name could be white or black. So how the fuck then again did you feel oppressed? And that wasn't even your own quote. That wasn't even your own ideology. That wasn't even your own thought process. That was someone else's that you stole, and you used this to try to make yourself sound like you was really talking about some shit and you really wasn't. But let's go. Okay, let's carry on. Let's carry the fuck
Wait
on.
a minute!
Right.
Did you say stole?
Stole.
Oh,
Like,
ladies of
this
Bigo,
is what they
coming to
do. They
y'all soon.
study people, and they study the people's commentary. They study people's thought processes, their wisdom, their revelations, or whatever, and then they change it around into their own fucking words to try to make it sound like they fucking thought about it all them fucking selves. And I'm sick of that bullshit. And this bitch is another one. But let's go. Let's hear this.
For applications or anything, and then when I walk in, everybody has the gas face. They're like.
That was a lie.
No,
this
I
whole.
I just feel that we should be able to.
This whole example was from a poem, or a person who wrote a poem and written spoken words, and she was talking about that, and she used that as even an example. Like, she doesn't even have like her own fucking like life or anything that she could use. Like, she has no life experience, like, at all. You can tell, or she's extremely embarrassed by it. Like, because why would you have to steal somebody else's? Like, yo, I can't stand her, yo, I can't.
Be treated fairly and equally.
I'm gonna get the girl name who she stole it from too.
I had a commercial cleaning franchise for years, and ran successfully with another business partner, and it just was. Once I took the black face off of it, everything went boom and everything went successful, and I just felt.
So you took the black face off of it, you and your business partner. You took the black face off of it. You didn't use your name. You used a German name, and you worked for a German company, which you was the owner of it. Because I'm sure if somebody looked up the fucking owner, your name, the business name and the ownership. I mean, like, come on, Tammy. Like, who the fuck did you think you was talking to? Because no matter what I name my company, my company is still named under my African American fucking name. So if you wanted to be hidden in plain fucking sight, Tammy, I don't understand why you just didn't use Tammy Suds in fucking Versus Mud or some bullshit like that. Like, you're an idiot. But you are the entertainer of Bigo, and you can interview so well, and you do so well at interviewing. Excuse me, but here we go.
But that is not what I should have to do. I shouldn't have to name my business Deutsch Cleaning. I should be able to have, if I want to name it Soul Cornbread and collard greens, that's what I should be able to name it.
And that's stereotyping. And that's stereotyping because not only black people eat soul food, cornbread, corn and collard greens. Not all fucking black people eat that shit neither. And not all that food is not only for black fucking people. White people eat that. You got white people who cook in the South that cook just as good as us African American people. She covering her ass. That's why she's lying. No, listen. But listen to what she said, because it's owned by somebody else, right?
Many times, people are so comfortable with being mistreated or marginalized.
Made you
marginalized is a big
word. How did you realize that it was an issue at first? Because to me, a person has to go through an experience, or
I learned that from my dad.
Okay.
I watched my dad run a business.
Okay, that's still not an experience. You see how much you're an idiot? You see how when you get in the room where you're not the smartest motherfucker in it, and we can break you down like a $2 fucking food stamps, that still isn't the question, and you still answered it 3 times in 3 different ways. So the motherfucker that came up in here and said, well, she answered the question up, down, straight, that motherfucker there. Now you tell me how the fuck did she answer the goddamn question, because it still has not showed me how she felt oppressed. If you bought your house on a program, and she did, and your ass got this program and you wasn't approved for it for whatever reason, then you could tell me you felt oppressed. It has to be a reason. What was your reason, sis? And then listen to her answer. Her father. So she said she watched her father.
And never tell people he was the boss. And he didn't tell people he was the boss for a reason. He said as long as they feel that it's somebody else in control other than me, that he would be okay. And I watched him do that, and I used to get mad at him. And then when I started running my own business and I looked at how it was going, I just reverted back to...
Jermaine, she was about to start crying.
She was about to start crying because she was scared of the question. She was scared of the fucking question. And she knew that she was fucking up. That's the whole thing. She knew she was fucking up, so she was getting ready to cry. And that's why Sabrina said, Tammy can cry at the drop of a dime. She's an actress. A horrible one. Keep playing and rolling that beautiful bean footage. I'm loving it.
Rewind this because this shit is funny. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it. Hold on, y'all. Cause this shit right here.
Going. I just reverted back to what I saw him do. And I realized that what he did was a formula that worked.
So did you...
To get mad at him. And then when I started running my own reason, he said as long as they feel that it's somebody else in control other than me, that he would be okay. And I watched him do that, and I used to get mad at him. And then when I started running my own business and I looked at how it was going, I just reverted back to what I saw him do. And I realized that what he did was a formula that worked.
And you, my dear, sound like a fucking idiot, and you made no fucking sense, and you still look dumb. All right? Till in 2023, you look about as dumb as you did in 2015 motherfucking. All right, bitch? Because you still have yet answered the fucking question. How, as a black woman, do you feel oppressed? Was you working at your job for 50 years and without a fucking raise? Was you at your job and you was working 30 motherfucking years and didn't get a 2-week fucking vacation, or you didn't get promoted? How the fuck did you feel oppressed? But the first thing she went on was food stamps, housing, Section 8, insurance, everything fucking the government gives away for fucking free. You gonna fight for motherfucker? They ain't turning nobody down for no welfare, bitch.
Public announcement. Remember, on her lives, She said that she's never wanted to be on food stamps or nothing like that or get government assistance. But now she's actually showing you guys that she was upset and feeling like people should get it. Contradiction number one. Keep watching that beautiful bean footage. The Unfold coming to you. But wait, public announcement real quick. Share this motherfucking live and send a motherfucking bean. Get her up off of 3 stars. Period.
So did you ever come out and say, like, this is my business? Did it ever come to a point when you were
Oh, no, I didn't compromise the coin book.
Okay.
I didn't compromise the coin. But what I am doing is trying to get people to understand that when you see something wrong, say something. Too many times people are so comfortable where everybody wants to be politically correct. And when you're politically correct, it's to protect somebody. And if you're the person being discriminated,
when you're politically correct, look how this bitch uses verbiage. And I'm like listening to her, like I would be so lost listening to her in this motherfucking interview. Now you done went from being oppressed to doing what now? Ma'am. That's just how your face look, just like that. Look. Ma'am, you sound so dumb.
Correct. It's to protect somebody. And if you're the person...
To be politically correct, you have to be doing it to protect somebody? Yo, bitch, like, yo, I'm telling you.
Politically correct. And when you're... I looked at how it was going. I just reverted back to what I saw him do. Mm-hmm. And I realized that what he did was a formula that worked.
So did you ever come out and say, like, this is my business? Did it ever come to a point when you were
Oh, no, I didn't compromise the coin book.
Okay.
I didn't compromise the coin. But what I am doing is trying to get people to understand that when you see something wrong, say something. Too many times people are so comfortable where everybody wants to be politically correct. When you're politically correct, it's to protect somebody. And if you're the person being discriminated against, it's not to protect you. So who are you protecting?
What?
Politically correct.
Even he had to rewind. Like, what? Did that make fucking sense to you? Because if it does, yo, I'm really on the wrong app.
Which goes to show you that the people that follow her are simple-minded and don't understand that this woman is a wordsmith. She read a bunch of books and she knows how to put certain words in sentences, but they just don't make sense.
The whole fucking throw this whole shit away. Like, I wouldn't even been able to fucking upload this shit. Like, yo, what are you doing and what are you saying? You make us all look bad. This was bad. I'm gonna rewind this bitch. Listen, even he had to.
And when you're politically correct, it's to protect somebody. And if you're the person being he did was a formula that worked.
So did you ever come out and say, like, this is my business? Did it ever come to a point when you were
Oh, no, I didn't compromise the coin book.
Okay.
I didn't compromise the coin. But what I am doing is trying to get people to understand that when you see something wrong, say something. Too many times people are so comfortable where everybody wants to be politically correct. And when you're politically correct, it's to protect somebody. And if you're the person being discriminated against, it's not to protect you. So who are you protecting?
What? What? When you're politically correct, it's normally to protect someone. Right? Not to protect the person who's being discriminated against.
Here's my question. She keeps speaking on your son and your child. But these same things that she is supposedly arguing and protesting for, did she do them for her own son who's transgender? That's the question.
No.
Continue.
Okay. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. What I'm trying to say is, right? Hold on, y'all. Let's go back in that hefty old. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused because I'm going somewhere with this. Could somebody read this for me? Conforming to prevailing liberal or radical opinion, in particular by carefully avoiding forms of expression or action that are perceived to exclude, marginalize, or insult groups of people who are socially. What the fuck did that have to do with this?
Politically correct. That's a word that these days people run with it, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, I don't really think they understand it. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I think everybody has their own definition of it. Because
he knew
I think people are too worried about opinions in one thing, and people can't take opinions on the other hand. You understand what I'm saying?
So he saved her.
Yeah, but I think people don't.
This is what he did. He saved her. He said, well, people got different opinions, because that was his way of saying, like, what the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are you saying? So let me take hold of this right here, and I'm going to lead he led it again. Jermaine, you see how he did that? You see how swift he did that?
See, Caesar know what he doing, baby. I'm very familiar with Caesar. Caesar knows exactly how to do it. Sweet boy. And he probably read the shit out of her after he got finished doing this interview and like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Because he broke this down in like different sections, because it probably was long and full of shit. But he led the question again. Now watch how he leads again.
Want to be outside of the in crowd, or people don't want to go against the grain. I live against the grain. If I don't like what's being done to someone around me, I say something. I say something, because I've learned if I don't say something, it escalates and it gets worse and worse and worse. And I think that's what's happening in our community.
So, comedian, how did you become?
With that being said, how have you helped your community, Tammy? That would have been my next question. Well, how did you help your community? How did you fight for injustice in your community? How do you fight for the oppressed in your community, Tammy? What have you name some of the things that you've done. See, that's what the fuck, that would have led me in straight in that for a fucking kill.
A comedian, like, tell us about that.
I went to a show. I just spoke to her on the phone with my mentor, Kim Harris. I went to a show with her, and she wasn't ready. I went on and talked to the people for like 5 minutes. She said, just go talk to them till I get ready. I went on out and spoke to them, and I got a standing ovation. And from there, I went on to do bigger venues and travel and cruise ships, and it just went on from there. It wasn't like I planned to say, oh, well, I'm going to leave my job and become a comedian. It was something that chose me. I didn't choose it.
So was it a passion? Was it something that you realized, like,
I love?
You love it?
I love.
So is that your first love over all your other professions?
Yes.
So did you?
Definitely.
Were you always funny?
All my life.
Really? Just
all
naturally?
my life. Naturally.
So how is it? Because, I've never talked, I know many comedians, but I never talked to an official.
Not Miss Cassie drinking out of a plastic champagne cup. I heard the way that motherfucker sat down. That wasn't glass on that wooden motherfucker table, bitch. Not Miss Cassie, Miss Cruise Ship motherfucker comedian drinking out of plastic champagne dollar store glasses. That is a milkshake cup, you idiot. That's not even a champagne glass. That is not a water glass, bitch. Miss Bougie don't know the difference.